Better.
You feeling good? Wow. That was sad to see you like that.
The Rona got me.
Mandy got the disease. She was diseased.
Mm-hmm.
She was quarantining and all that. It got her, you guys. It got her. And it didn't feel good, did it? Tell them how you felt. What did you go through? You didn't lose your sense of smell or what?
No, I didn't lose my sense of smell or taste, so that was good because that would have been weird. But I had the fever, chills, stuffy nose, cough, runny nose. Yeah, it's like the flu.
It was like the flu?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I had like a sharp pain in my head. Oh yeah, and then I had the fogginess. It just felt weird. It felt like I'd move my eyes, and then I felt like it would take long for them to go. That makes sense. Or I just felt like my eyeballs were like sticky. I don't know. It was a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. And then it felt like this something just weighing right here.
Congestion and shit. A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't coughing too bad.
No, but the fever was real. The chills was real.
Yeah. That was rough.
Mm-hmm.
But what was the kicker to the whole thing? We have a dramatic turn in the story. There's a dramatic turn in the story that we haven't hit yet. The baby got it.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag mom of the year. Giving it to my baby. Yeah, that was horrible. It was horrible. I felt guilty as fuck. It was horrible feeling. He was just screaming for 2 days straight.
3.
Or 3.
3 days straight. Screaming, uncomfortable. That shit was brutal. That shit was brutal, man. But,
It was brutal for you because you had to actually, like, handle it. And it was brutal for me because I was in here in quarantine and I couldn't even help. And
all you could hear is screaming and you had to...
Yeah, it was torture.
But at that point, I'm thinking, like, well, you both have it, so mix it up. But you were like, hell no, I'm just...
Well, on the first night he was screaming, we didn't know he had it yet.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was like, we were like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, I was frustrated,
I
man.
know, and I was like, and I was getting mad at you because you kept barging in here. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm quarantined. Like, what are you doing?
I was just asking for some advice. You are really the mom of the year. You give yourself a hard time about that, but it's out of your hands. You didn't want Corona. You didn't want to bring it in. It's not like that, man. It's just part of life now.
Yeah,
and there's good news to it. Yes, it was fucking hell. 3 days of hell, and it went by like it went by so slow. That was the one thing that I understood is it just went by so slowly, man. And it's like, fuck. But now he has like the antibodies as a baby. He's going to be fine moving on. So got it out of the way. That's how I look at it. And don't feel bad.
I was just picturing, I mean, I know Corona's not like a death sentence. It's not like cancer or anything.
She called it Corona.
Corona, right?
Yeah, but that's what the old way of saying it. It's COVID now.
Oh, yeah.
Or SARS-CoV-2. Okay?
Oh, yeah. That's right. But I was just picturing him, like, just in the hospital with, like, tubes and and then when you mentioned,
Ooh,
like...
I sound like I got it.
If he can't keep his fever down, we'd take him to the emergency room, and it was horrible.
Well, I needed to know the game plan just in case, but I mean, he had a pretty high fever for a baby, you know. But the good news, shout out to your cousin. He came through. He didn't kick it, but he came through and he helped us. He gave us some really good advice about the medicine regimen for the baby, and he gave you some medicine for...
Oh, yeah. That was another symptoms. The poops.
She got the drizzling shits.
Yeah. I didn't know that was one of the symptoms until I saw it. I was like,
Mandy
oh,
got the drizzling shits, and she just let me know it every day. Every day, she's just. I mean, I didn't even hear you talk English. All you were saying was like, diarrhea. I was like, what do you want to eat? Diarrhea, 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 diarrhea. Like you kept saying diarrhea over and over. Why? Why are you throwing diarrhea at me like
because
that?
I like talking shit.
You really do. You've
I
always
want to
liked
know the
talking
color,
shit.
the texture, and how it was.
Speaking of that, I want to tell you, I changed. Oh yeah, he gave you some. Speaking of that,
Diarrhea
shout out to Junior for coming
medicine.
through and giving you that diarrhea medicine, 'cause that shit worked.
Cha.
So you just reminded me of something. So I changed the baby today, and his poops were like, they were like,
Pebbles.
no, it was like normal, but it was like there was chunks of like red in there, red. And I was like, oh, fuck. I actually, like, looked it up in the light, man. When you're a dad, when you're a parent now, nothing fucking matters anymore. You're just like, oh, shit, let me inspect it. So I put that shit up in the light, and to look at it, it was just the watermelon we've been giving him, I think.
I saw one of those too, and I did the same thing.
Yeah, it scared me, but I was like, well, we've been feeding him an awful lot of watermelon.
It looked like a bell pepper at first when I first saw it. I was
Mhm.
like, but he hasn't had bell pepper in a while. But yeah,
No.
he's been really munching on a lot of red fruits like the strawberries
Yes.
and watermelon,
Yes, and oranges.
the
but-
raspberries.
Yeah. So it's that stuff, but I mean, that was a good call because the watermelon really kept him hydrated. When he wouldn't drink water, you sneak it in with the watermelon, and it works. Keeps him hydrated. Once we gave him that medicine, he was a little uncomfortable from time to time, but for the most part, he just came back.
Yeah.
It was 3 hours of what? Every 3
Motrin.
hours, Motrin
Yeah,
and Tylenol.
Motrin,
Yeah,
Tylenol.
the kids Motrin, and then 3 hours later Tylenol, and then 3 hours later Motrin, Tylenol, and then we just kept him on that, and it did comfort him, man.
And then he scared you on the ride home.
Oh my god,
Poor thing was just dead.
he was just
He
exhausted.
was
So
exhausted.
can I say what his temperature was?
Yeah.
102. We get to the doctor. She takes his temp. It's 102. I was like, are you kidding me? And then she does it one more time. 102. She's like, yeah, let's do a COVID test. Let's do this, that. I was like, I think you might have an ear infection. She's like, let's do a COVID test, you fucking dummy. Mom has COVID. Let's do a fucking COVID. I was like, okay. So they did it, and, he screamed bloody murder. He hates it. And it was just, like, brutal for him. And he just was so scared of her after that. Like, he was on me, man. It just, it was rough. It was rough. So she gave him some Motrin, and then they told me the regimen. And she's like, that's all we can do. There's nothing else you can do. You just got to ride it out. The doctor was like, yeah, it's going to last through the weekend probably, maybe 5 days. And just, watch him and go from there. So I say, okay, I'm all feeling fucking my heart's beating because I have to call you and tell you I know how you're going to react to it. You're going to just shit on yourself. But what am I going to not tell you, So
Yeah.
So I told you, of course, you shit on yourself, which you shouldn't because you are the best, so you shouldn't do that. But we get in the car, and, like, I'm talking to you on the phone and looking back at him. And, I mean, he's just, like, laying in the car like this, kind of looking up. And then, like, I'm looking at him in the little mirror thing, and then he kind of, like, rolled his eyes back a little bit, and I like, stopped. Like, I was about to pull over because I thought he was, like, passing out or something, man. I didn't know what was going on, but he was just so exhausted, man. He was just so tired. He was just like, and he just wanted to sleep. But that Motrin helped. Once we got that regimen down, it was good. And your cousin also told us about that too, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and, like, I mean, they pretty much said the same thing. He came in clutch. He came out here to hang out, but he came in clutch for the doctor stuff. Been there, done that for him, working in the hospital.
Yeah.
I talked to him today, and he said he's feeling good, and he's feeling inspired after seeing the house and stuff.
Well,
So
good.
that's good.
It was a good
Shout
kick
out
in
to
the
him.
ass.
Mac made sports, man. Let's fucking make it happen, dude. We took the drone out. He's a natural with the drone. He knows how to, like, he was doing shit. Like, I was like, how are you doing that? Have you ever flown a drone? He's like, no. He's got a really good eye for that stuff.
Yeah, He's got a hidden talent.
And the sports highlights he was showing me, the high school sports stuff, it was like beautiful. It looked like professionally done. He really has an eye for it. And he has a drone too. It's also a DJI, so he's gonna take it out soon and
Yeah,
you know.
drone would be good for like sports
Oh
stuff.
man, it's gonna change the game for him. He's already good at what he already has.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff he has, he uses like to the fullest. Now with the drone, it's gonna be sick. I need to start using that drone now too. Finally, I went on my first flight. I was scared. I didn't want to fuck up, or you know me, knucklehead fuck. So
Yeah.
it was fun, man. The golf cart guys from the apartment were walking. They were like staring at us a little bit. I don't think you could fly a drone around here. I think it's creepy.
It is.
I felt creepy. I ain't gonna lie. I felt creepy flying the drone, but I wasn't going around the apartments. That's why I went to the basketball courts and just up and down. You know what I mean? Maybe a little bit of this and that, but I wasn't trying to go to like apartment windows and like. But I felt like a fucking creep though. Motherfuckers looking at me like, "What's he doing with that drone?"
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't tell you anything or.
That shit goes hella high.
Yeah, not too bad for that
shit
little
goes
thing.
hella high.
Yeah, it got good
Damn.
reviews, so I was like, all right,
Yeah.
it's a good little one.
You know we're talking about it. I'm gonna edit in that footage of the drone that I got that you laugh at me.
Because it's you just like you could tell you're scared. So you're like standing there and you're looking at it, and then you see it go, and you're just like, there it goes. Let's hope for the best. And then and then it just makes you look shorter because it goes up. And it looks like you're on
Wow.
like an elevator, like.
Is this room growing, or how do they say stretching?
Don't. You already fucked it up.
You know what?
You already fucked up.
I can never win with you with that shit.
No.
They're doing a lot of crazy shit. Disney.
Oh, yeah.
We just saw the trailer for the fucking, what's it called?
The Buzz Lightyear movie?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I had no idea.
They
It's
just
not
need
Tim
to
Allen's voice.
Stop. Yeah,
So-
it's fucking Captain America's voice.
What are they doing? And is he doing Tim Allen though? Like, is he doing an impression of Tim Allen doing the character?
No.
It's just his voice?
N-
It's just the other guy's straight up voice.
Yeah.
He's not doing like,
He says the catchphrases that he says, like to infinity and beyond and other bullshit. But like you said, that's the real character. It's like the Buzz that we all know and love is the toy version of this fucking bullshit character.
it's not a bullshit character. I'm cool with that idea, but you gotta use the voice. What are you doing? I don't know.
No.
They're just squeezing every penny out of it. You see this evil corporation, what they do?
That would have been better as like a short.
I mean, I love them too. I do love them. Their classics are fucking untouchable. But what they're doing now, I'm.
It would have been good as a short, or the way they handled like Woody's Roundup. They gave us a history of Woody and where he came from, and that was acceptable because the puppet in Woody's Roundup was still Tom Hanks' voice,
Yeah.
and like the all Woody that
It
we
was
know,
all the
and I think
OGs,
that's
right?
why we accepted it, and because it was like old school like puppeteering, in for Woody's Roundup and whatever, and it was within the movie, and it worked. The storyline worked well and everything, but now they're doing this bullshit thing where they take Buzz Lightyear's background story, and they're making it into a full length movie. And it's not even the original fucking voice. It's like, well, then why would you have the toy be a different voice?
Would it bother you if it was Tim Allen's voice? If they change the whole story and do that, if it's Tim Allen's voice, would it still bug you?
I think the concept would bug me. Like Toy Story 4 is bullshit and unnecessary.
Yeah.
Even though it was those original voices there, that was still a bullshit story.
They
Unnecessary.
They want all the money, babe.
They should.
Don't you know
They
this?
should just let Bo Peep rest in peace wherever the fuck she
You
went.
were even talking about it on the last podcast. They fucking God, they got you sick.
This was my idea for a podcast. I remember telling Janine, I was like, I want to start a podcast where I just like shit on all these bullshit things that Disney's doing.
You got the gripes. You got the official
like,
gripes.
'cause I
People
think
can
this
relate.
Multiverse is bullshit. Like, I'm not a fan of that either. It's like,
You don't like all the different
it
ones?
confuses the fuck out of me.
Well,
It's like, why don't you just stay in one fucking storyline? Why do we gotta go to fucking different universes or whatever the fuck it's called?
they're squeezing. They're like
Like,
multi-universe.
That's why I
We
didn't
could
watch
just
that Spider-Man one.
I know. I heard it had them all in it. I haven't seen it, but I'm down to see it. But you know what? I haven't seen the reboots. The only Spider-Man movies, I stopped watching them after the first ones. When they rebooted it like a year later, I'm like, what are you doing? And then they rebooted it again. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
Well, it's kind of like,
Is he the
Hulk.
Batman of fucking Marvel?
well, look how many times it did the Hulk.
What, 2?
No, back in the 70s.
It was
and all
Edward
that
Norton.
bullshit.
Now, yeah, but that's old school shit. When they brought it back, what was it? Edward Norton? Was it terrible? I know there was one Hulk movie that was really bad, but I don't know.
I do like today's Hulk with Mark, whatever his name is.
Ruffalo?
Yeah,
Ruffalo?
I think he's good. Well, they're making She-Hulk now.
I saw that. She's a lawyer and shit. It's cool.
That's acceptable. That I will be like, all right.
Speaking of a lawyer named She-Hulk,
I almost became a She-Hulk today.
you know who is She-Hulk?
No.
The Johnny Depp trial.
Oh,
His lawyer. I think they're fucking.
I was just gonna say that.
They're fucking.
It's like all over TikTok and then TMZ saw her and they're like, the internet wants to know, the people wants to know, set the record straight. And she just giggles and she didn't even answer.
She's She-Hulk.
I don't blame her.
Hey, she kicked ass in that trial. She was going in on that
Oh, yeah,
bitch.
fuck her. Yeah, not the lawyer, the other bitch.
Mm-hmm. Team Johnny, right? I'm
Yeah.
with Team Johnny too. Shit.
Well, speaking of Disney bullshit, they just replaced him. Jack Sparrow. They're still having the Jack Sparrow character, but I forgot who the actor is or anything. But they made it like official, and I'm just like, come on, man.
So they're doing more Pirates movies with a new Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, I think that's what I read. Yeah.
Very terrible
It's not gonna
decision.
do good. It's not gonna do good.
No, it's done.
Yeah.
So basically, it's done.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing?
There was like a meme I saw from the second pirate movie where they're looking for the heart of Davy Jones and they see the heart in the chest and then they look at Jack Sparrow and they're like, oh, you really were telling the truth. He's like, yeah, I do that a lot. No one believes me or something like that. And then it was kind of like a meme, like it's like Disney telling Johnny Depp, like, oh, you really were telling the truth.
Fuck, man. They just can't get behind the right shit lately, man. They're just making the wrong choices.
Yeah.
They're super woke, man.
If they change my fucking Haunted Mansion right, I don't know, man.
I'm with
That
you.
might be the talent. No, I wouldn't. No, I would never stop going.
Oh, fuck. I was like,
But I will bitch and complain the whole time I'm there.
I'm like, Great America it is. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's go to Six Flags.
Yeah,
Knott's
Six
Berry
Flags.
Farm.
Oh, we can fuck with that. I'm down. I'm down to
I
fuck
haven't
with.
been to Knott's Berry Farm in forever.
And because of Harry Potter now, you can go to
Oh,
Universal.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. My boy is in England right now, and he's like posting all these pictures of. He's
Oh,
going to
he's
pubs
like in
and
the
stuff.
real.
He's in the real shit.
Like
I'll
in the
show you
filming
I'll show you the
places.
shit. My boy is just going to the pubs, like pub crawling kinda. Just going to and they're hella old out there, it looks like Harry Potter. It's sick. It's pretty good. I was like, we gotta go to London one
yeah,
day.
I would love to go to London
One of these days.
when the war's over.
I know. Holy shit. Yeah, so I interrupted you, but why are you She-Hulk?
Oh.
What happened? Do we want to talk about, can we? No, we better not.
It's just a hostile.
She's got a work bitch. Anybody ever out there have a work bitch? Just somebody that you just don't fuck with, that never fucked with you, that you're nice, but Mandy's a sweetheart. For real. You might get on her nerves sometimes, and she might give you the eye, but for the most part, and in a work environment, in a professional environment, you are so professional and great. You kick ass at work. You work extremely hard to get those kids' development right and just you have them ready. They're ready for first grade. You were worried for a little while yourself. Your first year teaching kindergarten, and you got them ready. They're ready to go now. And you just have a fucking work bitch that never gave you the time of day. Welcome to the. That's how it is, man. They're just. Some people don't choose you, babe. Some people look at you and just think you're a piece of shit, and it's fucking frustrating. Believe me, I know. But you just gotta fuck it and rise above them. Fuck them. She's a soulless bitch. She has no soul. It's like that sometimes.
It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, I'm just proud of my kids, and they are ready for first grade. Like, I have maybe like 3 that are just like, all right, like, we're really doing this. There's only 5 more fucking days, and you're still acting this way.
Yep. Shame them.
But
No,
it's nothing that I can't handle anymore. So it's just like, no, these kids, like I said before, these kids need the tough love. And the kid that I definitely give tough love to, he totally loves me and he totally respects me. Because after that, and he's doing good, he wants to cuddle with me. He wants to be with me all the time and things like that. It's like, yeah.
They appreciate the tough love. They do, because they don't get it at home.
And it's like, I understand you're 5 or 6, but it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. They need to learn. They need to learn this shit. Like, when I was quarantined, they were bad for the substitute. And there was a bunch of stuff that happened when I was gone. Even with their regular, like, art teacher, they were disrespectful to her. Like, that actually shocked me, because that wasn't a substitute. That was their regular art teacher. And they were acting up for her. And I was just like, that doesn't sound like my class, because when I left, we weren't acting this way. So I had a good talk with them, led some rules, and now it's like, if I write their name on the board, I write it. This is kind of like how I do it. Like, if they write their name, like if I was going to write Chris, I would start with the C. That's your first warning. And then H. And then keep going with the letters. And if the whole fucking name's on the board, guess what? You ain't getting shit.
Shit, as soon as you get to the S on Chris, I'll be like, my name's Christopher, by the way. Christopher, so make sure you keep going there. And I know I have a few more. I got some more letters I can
I'd
fuck
be like,
up.
oh, really? Okay, let's add the rest of them. There it is, Christopher.
Oh, you just add
Christopher's
the
going to be sitting on the back table and ain't getting shit. That's how I would handle the situation.
No candy?
No.
Fuck.
That's exactly how I talk to the kids.
Why aren't you doing letter by letter?
Because your name is Christopher.
Yes.
So let's put it all on the board then.
No, we put one by one.
No,
I
you
thought,
fucked up.
Well, when I got that
You
C,
fucked
but
up.
I got that C with one fuck up. I got that H with one fuck up. Now after the S,
You want to be a fucking smartass? All right, there you go. Be a fucking smartass on the back table and look at everybody eat their root beer
you
float.
can't call me a smart ass. I'm calling my
I
mom.
don't give a fuck. Here.
She's dead.
That's exactly how it would go down.
Damn.
But 3 more fucking days.
I know. She's going nuts. But you know what? It's like that. At the end of the year, you're going to get tested. Sometimes it's by the kids. Sometimes it's by these evil fucks that just, babe, we all work with evil fucks, man. It's just the way it is. You got to be cool, because be proud. Like, deflect all that and just focus it on being proud and being a great
like
teacher.
Like I said, I am proud of my kids. Even my special friend that I talk to every day, I am literally proud of him, and I mean that, and I'm legit, and I honestly do love the kid.
I know.
Because if I didn't, I wouldn't give 2 fucks.
For sure. I know.
I mean, I know sometimes I said, I'm done with this kid. But then it's just like, he comes in, I'm just like, because he's so fucking cute, too.
How do I get through these kids?
He's like, he's a cute little boy, but he needs to learn. It's like, I'm sorry, you ain't getting that shit with me. So, yeah. And then I have kids writing about, like, you know, their robot killing people today, and I was just like, the fuck, red flag.
Holy shit. When you got like kids drawing death and stuff, you gotta fucking, how do you nip that in the butt with a parent? Like, what do you say when a kid's like fucking red rum? Like our son, when he does that. Our son does this face. If you say no to him, or sometimes he just does it when he's being goofy, but he still goes. And it's just like the fucking Shining, man. It's like when the kids are going. It's crazy, right? What are we going to do about that? Oh, my God, you're doing it perfectly. God, you guys look so much alike. It's funny. Thank God. But, dude, you do that shit. That's scary, man.
Whenever I do it, he does it too. And he's like.
We got one on our team right now. He's.
Well, that brings up a topic I did want to talk about because I tell you all these stories about these kids and like what they do and how they're thinking and things like that. And you said we're gonna have a handful when he's like a toddler, like when he's in that age, like 4 or 5 or 3 or something, or when he even starts talking. And you say he's gonna be a handful, but I go, I'm pretty sure he is, but us the way we are. And especially me, I mean, I'm living through it right now, and I'm seeing, like, my kid is not going to be this way.
Yeah.
My kid's not going to be disrespectful to the teacher, to a substitute, or to his peers. Like, fuck that.
We say that, babe, but, man, we gotta put in the work.
No, I'm going to talk to him the way I talk to these kids. And it's just like, and if I ever yell at him, I'm going to explain why after, just like I do with these kids. Because they got to know.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a little worried about you because if he does something, I know how you'll get mad.
Yeah.
And we may not agree on how to discipline or something.
I'm not going to,
I don't
beat
think you're
my
gonna,
child.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I just think, I don't know. I mean, look, when you get mad at him now, especially when he's not sleeping, you kind of get him a little aggressive out of the crib because you're frustrated.
Well, I don't get him aggressive.
Well,
I'm not a shake the baby kind of guy.
You're not shaking him, but you're like, and I know you're mad at him because he's not sleeping. But what if you tell him to do something, he says no? How are you going to handle that? If you tell him, Dylan, go pick up your toys, or Dylan, go do this, no.
I don't know. I haven't crossed that bridge
Are
yet.
you going to slap him across the face?
No.
Like, how are you going to handle that?
I think pretty much like any kind of like hitting or spanking will be for, some rude. Like if he's really, really rude, I mean, you have to teach first. Teach him first and then go that route when there's no other place to go. You tell him, like be stern with them and all that, and then when there's nowhere else to go. My mom went there right off the bat. See, like no fucking teaching moments, just hit first, ask questions later. So I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to be more patient with it, and only if he's in danger will there be spankings, or like if he does something
like
dangerous.
if he's trying to reach the stove or
things like that. Like, I don't want him to get hurt, but that's mostly the spanking that I would do is the danger stuff. The only reason I'd go the other way, even if he hits me with a no, I think I'm pretty patient with that. I'm not a. You made it look right now that I didn't swoop him up all fucked up.
I didn't mean to, but I mean, we're first time parents.
I pick him up and get him going,
Yeah, but we're first time parents, and your patient has gone a lot better because you're not a patient person.
I'm not a patient person.
No, you're not. You already ripped them. How many shits did you rip so far?
How many what did I rip?
You're like I don't know, just like trash bags when you pick it up, and then you rip it, and you're like, oh fuck. And then today you broke the water bottle handle thing because I bet you were trying to put it in, and then you did it too hard, and then you ripped it. It's like
reminds me of us, our intimate times. Try to put it in too hard, and I'd rip it. All right. Yeah.
I
don't know, man. I'm learning here. I'm working on it, but I think we got through the sickness okay. I was tortured by it though. I was, because I didn't know how to help him. I felt helpless. First time I really felt truly helpless. Like I'm thinking about it now. Like I really haven't had a chance to reflect on it. Like, damn. I just felt terrible. I felt so bad. I know you were in here crying. I know it. You were just laying here, just he's crying, you're crying. I knew it in my head. I feel it. I know you. So
Well,
that
yeah.
was
I mean,
that was brutal.
not that it's less like your feelings are not important or whatever, but it's like as a mom, though, it's like it hit me hard.
Oh yeah.
Like I know it hit you hard too, but for me, it definitely did.
Yeah.
Because one, he got it from me. Like I'm the one that brought it. You when you had COVID, you didn't give it to him, and we were safe and things like that. But then when I brought it, and I really thought that I got it ahead of time because I didn't even go near him when I came home that day. Because I kind of had a feeling that it was too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went straight to the bathroom, tested myself, and then the line was like the faint line, kind of like the way yours was.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking A. And then when I told you, and then I quarantined in here, and I thought I was,
She thought I was mad at her.
safe.
She's like, you thought I was mad at you, and I was not mad at you. I was just like, no, just get away from me for a couple days.
No,
That's all it
I
was.
thought you
It's
were
just
mad
like,
because like it interfered with your work, and then
no.
you were kind of like, well, if you're
That's all
if
in
you
your
wear a
head.
mask, and I was like, I don't want to be near him. Like I don't. I'm
But after the
freshly COVID.
After the first like 3 days, when you start feeling better, it's not contagious anymore.
Well,
I'm thinking,
after we
right?
found
I don't
out,
know.
found out that he had it, then I kind of was just, but I was still cautious, and I
Yes.
still wore my mask,
I know.
and that bothered you too. It's just like, can I just wear it? Like,
Well, I mean, you guys both have it. It's not going to get any worse.
well, I didn't know.
It doesn't happen. It's not how it
It's
works.
like I didn't want him. I feel like he was always like a day, like before me. Like
I think so, or a day after you, because
yeah.
you got it and you were brutally. I think after your first night, then the next night he really had a rough time.
And I noticed he had like the same. It was like in the same order of symptoms. Like it starts off with the fevers and the chills.
Yeah.
That's like your most, and then kind of like a scratchy throat.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's the, you still have the chills a little bit, and then it gets more of like a stuffy nose. And then when all the other like hardcore stuff is done, then it still stays with the stuffy nose, and then you have your cough. So it was always like, it was like in the order. It was weird. And then he had the foggy brain too. You could just tell because he
Yeah.
was like,
He was out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh man.
I know, poor little
And then
guy.
he kept
It sucks
pulling his
seeing.
head like
We
that.
thought he had an ear infection because he was doing that.
But then
you know?
it's like babies don't know how to show pain, and that's how you
Yeah,
were
that's
showing
what
he
they
was in pain.
said. He was just telling me. Oh, I know. It was heart tugging, man. It was heart tugging. Yeah, I felt like that. We both felt like that, but that's just life, and it's
Well,
not.
and I kept telling myself, I'm like, oh look, like he's only one, and you already gave him the most like deadliest virus going on in the world right now, and you already gave it to your baby, and he's only one. That's what I kept telling myself.
I know.
too.
You're hard on yourself.
I was just like, fuck.
You're too hard on yourself, but it's all good.
Yeah, but it's
Well.
over. We're both okay. It took me 6 days to get a negative. On the
Damn.
6th day is when I had, because I went back to work.
Yep.
Because it said, the CDC said quarantine for 5 days. After the 5th day, if you don't have a fever for 24 hours and if your symptoms are gone, still wear a mask if you're testing positive until another 5 days to make it 10 total, and then you should be negative by then, and then you don't have to wear a mask no more.
But they still want you to go in, even if you test positive?
But I'm not contagious anymore.
See, that's what I meant. Like, once you're...
Well,
but
I had
I'm
to be...
surprised they let you go to the school for that.
I
though.
had to
That's
be
weird.
fever-free for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then no symptoms at all.
Yeah.
Then, like, I can go out back in the world, but I have to wear my mask if
He
I'm
was
still testing positive.
He was very fever and body aches. I could tell.
And
His
fogginess.
body was aching.
And he had a stuffy nose because the other day he kept waking up because his nose was plugged and he doesn't know. Like, oh, I'll turn my head so my boogers can go over here.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead, he just freaks out, and then he sleeps with this choopy, and he can't breathe.
Yeah.
So he kept spitting it out, but I know he wanted it, though.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, like, another thing.
Hi, Milo. It's Milo, everybody.
He was my quarantine buddy.
I know you guys kicked it. You guys kicked it tough, man. That's good. At least you had a buddy.
I was like missing Leia too. I kept thinking about her too.
Aw,
I was like, if Leia was here, she would be quarantined with me.
she would be. She wouldn't have left your side.
That's why this one came in.
I was watching the other podcast, and I gotta say, can I call myself out? Look at this fucking gut. Babe, I'm gonna call myself out on the podcast. I shouldn't, because I'm addicted to sugar. I'm addicted. I fucking can't get away from it. I keep every day just repeating the same thing. It has to come to a stop. I gotta go on that no sugar shit again. Because remember how I was? That shit worked. I felt shitty for 2 weeks. I felt like fucking the sweats. I was waking up all fucked up. It was brutal. But then after 2 weeks, I kept on it, man. I was really very disciplined with it. After 2 weeks, I started getting way better sleep. I started just, like, having energy without drinking coffee, like, just normal energy. The sleep thing is very important. Like, I don't get great sleep because I'm eating like shit. I'm eating like fucking shit. I'm going to be real. So, look at this fucking thing, man. It's time to shoot my shot. Okay. I need to shape up or ship out. You see what I'm saying? Sugar tits.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's the smirk for? Huh? You don't think I'm gonna do it?
Humans. Well, I'm not doing that for you. I'm not telling you to sashay away.
You are sashaying me away.
It's the hair in Milo.
That's where you
shaking
got
it
it. You got it at that thing.
I don't know. I mean, so, yeah, the kids are jiggling my tummy too, and I was like, stop jiggling my jiggle. But for me, I mean, yeah, it's a health thing.
Did you just say the kids jiggle your tummy?
Yeah.
What?
My
What do they
special
come up
friend
to you?
does.
What the fuck?
He's like, and I was like, stop jiggling my jiggle.
Weird, man. Keep your hands to yourself, little boy.
I know.
That's mine.
But I don't know. Well, to me, I look at it different because it's like I gave birth. My body is a fucking temple.
I love your body. I love your body.
My body is strong. I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. So I'm like, I feel
Man.
powerful.
Well, I don't. Okay. I feel like shit, and I need to fucking get myself back to
Well, do
what
it
I was
then.
doing. Yep. This is a good call out for me. Now I don't have now I can't fuck around no more. I have to do it. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel in a week or whatever. We need to do another podcast, by the way. We missed out. Today we're late as fuck. This might come out on Thursday instead of Wednesday. Our 15 people that watch are going to be very disappointed. But, you know, I think we need to do another one later on in the week. Maybe you'll do it. Maybe you won't. Who knows?
Well, I said I wanted to review that bullshit Chip and Dale movie.
Oh, when does that come out?
Friday. This Friday.
Okay,
20th.
we'll watch that, and then we'll do a review, and then we'll put out
Chip and Dale
we'll
movie.
put a weekend. We'll put one out on the weekend.
Be our first movie review.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Maybe we'll do a couple movies. We'll do that, and we'll do that one I've been wanting to do with that fucking the
puppets.
old voice of Elmo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's in this raunchy ass movie.
Well, we've been into like westerns lately.
Yeah, we watched 1883.
It's pretty good.
Fucking damn, man. Sad as fuck.
I gave it about like a 8 out of 10.
Man, it was there for me, but then it started shrinking. It just
I just think the black bear guy just made it.
pure
What's his name?
sadness. What the fuck is his name? I'm being disrespectful right now. Look, you have your phone on you? Check him out. I do know his name. Coors, the banquet beer. A nice cold
That guy's on
Coors
his way out,
Light.
but I love that guy.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott. Fuck yeah. That's terrible that I didn't know that name. Shame
He
on
was
me
also
for
in that Tombstone, right?
He was in Tombstone.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
in
He's-
fucking
We need to watch
Roadhouse.
We need to watch all.
He was
his-
Homeboy's best friend in Roadhouse.
Oh,
Remember?
I'm sure he's like in a lot more other westerns.
Sam Elliott is the fucking man. He did make that movie. He's great. He is great. He's a
Yeah.
solid actor. And
Oh yeah.
Westerns are his shit.
Oh yeah.
He's the fucking man. It's that
Yeah.
mustache he got. I'm thinking of shaving everything off too. Everything. Do you think he's gonna be cool with that? Should we do it and then see his reaction? Maybe on our
I
weekend
don't
one.
know if he'll notice.
You don't think he'll notice? Really?
Well, I don't know. Let's see.
We're gonna do it. So we'll have you sitting there with him, and then I'm just gonna come in and we'll start the thing. I don't know. We'll just do that for like a little scene, but like, and then we'll do the review when he's sleeping or something. But because he's gonna be all over the place, we can't do a podcast no more.
Yeah.
I gotta do some more news dicks and have him be my weatherman again.
Oh, yeah.
I've been lagging on that shit, man. So it's everything. It's lagging on my shit, being lazy, fucking up. I'm fucking up right now, and I'm calling myself out live.
Well, and then look what happened recently. We got sick. He's been having trouble lately, and
yeah, my head's been in other places. Sometimes this shit ain't important, man. But it is important. It's very important to me to be consistent and keep doing this.
Yeah, but I'm saying like life happens, though.
I know. You always keep me grounded,
You
babe.
you couldn't come in. I did feel bad because I was quarantined in here, and I was like, oh shit, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, but you disinfected the fuck out of this thing. It's like
And
back to normal.
I like wiped everything down, and then I sprayed just Lysol in the air.
It don't smell like a foot no more, 'cause you had this motherfucker
Oh, I think
smelling
it's
like a
because of
foot.
my salad.
Yeah, you had all this like food in here, and it was like just musty.
Like, well,
It was musty up in here.
that's what COVID smells like.
It's back now though.
Yeah.
Smells beautiful. Smells like a blue essence right
A
now.
lot of people are getting it right now
Yeah.
because people are. I mean, we're still in a fucking pandemic. Like, it's not over.
It's gonna run its course, and it's weaker now. So everybody's getting it, but it's a weaker version of it. It's
But
not
I
like
also
fucking,
think that vaccine helped a lot of people too.
Oh,
I mean, I got bad, but look, I already felt like shit, and I'm already vaccinated, all 3 of them already. So it's like, what would I felt like if I wasn't vaccinated? I'd probably feel worse.
I mean,
I know,
I was
but
kicking it with you the whole time. Mask off. I was coming in here all the time. I didn't get it again. Knock on wood, but I'm good. I got the fucking immunity, baby. Natural.
yeah,
El natural. The body's a strong thing.
yeah. I don't know where I got it from. Either I got it from one of the kids, or when we went to RuPaul, because that was the only thing I thought.
Dirty drag queens.
Maybe
I'm
we were
telling ya.
walking in that little thing. Just people are coughing and sneezing in the air, and it must have came in. And RuPaul, we sat with people we didn't know.
Yeah, we sat with it's like that there. They make you share booths with people. I don't like that. I want my own private shit. But they were
Yeah.
nice people. They were kind of standoffish.
I don't give a fuck. I wasn't there to talk to
For
make
sure.
friends.
Yeah, I don't think they were either.
I was there to see my
It
queens.
was the 2 lesbian girls, and then
Oh yeah, I was gonna wear my wig.
and that big girl, and she was there. I think that guy was her dad or uncle or something like that.
I don't know.
He seemed like an
I
older
thought
guy.
it was just their gay friend.
It was funny 'cause he's dressed in normal ass clothes, but then he had like bright red lipstick on. But I mean, like, when I say normal clothes, I mean like casual as fuck. Like he's walking around in sandals, shorts, and a t-shirt. And then he had the fucking red
Well, that's what I
lipstick.
said. Maybe he's a beginner queen, and he starts with the lipstick. I don't know.
Is that how it is?
I don't know.
How do they start? Do
Maybe
they let
that was
people
just
know?
kind of just like not a costume, but just getting ready to go. They just had like DragCon in LA recently, and I was looking at it on Instagram, and I was like, I would love to go to DragCon. Like, it's awesome.
You love that shit.
All
I
the
want to
drag
take you to a
queens
real deal one, like an old school OG drag. Man, they're funny. See, this is the thing. Drag queens are not just guys that dress up like women and do little routines. They're fucking stand-up comedians. They're fashionistas. They're makeup artists. Like, they have all these different qualities that they bring together. And you told me that's all them, right? They don't have people behind the scenes doing it for them. They do this on their own. They
Most
search for their own shit and pick out their costumes on their own.
well, most of them do,
and-
but like if they're like Ruse girls or whatever, then after the show, because once you do RuPaul's show, you're made.
Yeah, you're a maid.
Yeah, even doesn't matter if
You're a
win.
made man? Is that, do you say you're a made man?
Yeah, you're a queen. Doesn't matter if you win the competition or not. You still have it. You still have it because you're on the show and everybody
Yeah.
knows you now.
Yeah.
So.
You get a lot of love no matter if you win
And then
or not,
after
huh?
that, then they'll get like designers that want to design for them, and then they don't have to make their own shit anymore.
That one dude that's a Britney Spears impersonator looks fucking dead on like Britney, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, these dudes look like chicks. A lot of them. Chicks with dicks. Holy shit.
Some of them don't want their dicks no more.
Some of them, yeah, they're like,
Trans.
let's get-
They're transitioning.
that's scary. I would never want no knives near my shit. You know, they turn it into a weird, like, thing. It
Well,
turns into mush, and then you
that's
can't
not
use
who they
it. Or,
are.
like, how do they use it? Fuck, I don't want to know. I don't want to venture on that in my porn
Yeah.
watch. When I watch porn, I don't want to.
I
Push the wrong
listen to
buttons.
a drag queen podcast.
Oh, yeah. Shout them out.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get
Race Chasers
15 new people to listen to that.
with Willem and Alaska.
What's the name of it?
Alaska Thunderfuck is her name.
That's amazing.
I love her.
That's the greatest name
I
ever.
love her. And Willem. Yeah,
Willem.
just Willem.
Just Willem, huh?
Race Chasers. Yeah, I love them.
Race Chasers is the name? Oh,
Yeah.
so they just pretty
They-
much do.
Well, they talk about each episode of Drag Race. They just finished talking about the last episode, and then they have little segments. Like they'll talk about current events. It's called Hot Goss. I think it was time for Hot Goss.
You know what I was going to ask you? You're reminding me of something, and I'll just say it now. We should rewatch Game of Thrones because that new show's coming out soon.
Oh yeah,
So
and
we
House
should
of
just
Dragons.
get back into kind of the groove. Get back into it together. That shit was the
I
shit.
love that show.
Fucking great show.
It
Maybe
did end shitty. I do agree on that.
I thought it ended like it ended. I don't know. But who was I
I
talking
get
to
it though,
about
like
it?
all the hype and stuff. And then if we watched it at this time, because we were like, how many years late that we watched?
I mean, we were late as fuck. We watched it during the pandemic when there was nothing to do.
Yeah, and then everybody's like, oh my God, you're like, what, 5 years late?
But they were like, you're lucky because you get to just watch it all in its entirety.
Yeah,
They
'cause
had
it
to
was all on
wait, you know?
HBO Max.
Yeah, so we just went through it. It was fucking like crack, though. We were like, oh, can we make it another episode? Like, no, let's go to bed. So now we're fucked
That's
because this
great.
show's coming out and we're going to have to wait.
House of Dragons.
You want to
It
just
comes
wait?
out in November.
Do you want it to do you want to wait? Like, let the episodes come out and not say anything and then fucking binge it? Or do you want to, like, just watch?
No.
We should watch it and review it and do a little fucking, like, talk about it.
We gotta watch
See
it.
what people think.
I was obsessed.
think people
I
would fuck
wanted
with
to
us.
change the guest bathroom into Game of Thrones, actually. Right now it's Tiki Room and Adventureland themed. And I was just like, I want that to be Game of Thrones. I didn't do it, though.
It's going to
I
inspire
didn't have the
you.
heart to take off my Tiki and
When is the
Adventureland
when did
thing.
it come out? End of summer.
The new one?
So summer's ending and then that show's coming on.
No. It comes out in November. House of Dragons
Yeah.
in November.
Oh, really? Beginning of winter, huh? Ooh. Bless you.
COVID.
That was a good one. He actually made a noise on that one. Here's how Mandy usually sneezes.
Yeah, I do.
It's like, what the fuck was that? Where'd it go?
I'm just making sure. House of
Yeah, check it. See when it comes out. I think we could review that.
Oh, not November. August. August 21st.
See, the end of summer.
All right, yeah. August
The
21st.
end of summer. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks
And
good.
I forgot who I was talking to, but they were like, this is going to be great because it's supposedly,
It's a
um,
prequel.
yeah.
Before
but I guess there's books, right? So it's part of the book. So it's pretty much the writing of the person that made the fucking shit. So it should be good.
Yeah. It seems to have like the same amount of like violence and gore.
I'm with it.
and
I'm with it.
and boobies.
I'm with it.
I know that show had everything.
I know. You got to see some dongs.
Yeah.
There are a few
They
dongs in that
did. They
motherfucker.
showed it.
They showed everything.
Yeah, they
didn't
did.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, wow.
Man, when we did brunch back in San Francisco, Friends with Benedict's, shout out to them. If you're in the city, go to Friends with Benedict's at May's Oyster House. It's the best fucking brunch you'll
They're
ever
still
have.
there in the same spot.
I think so, yeah.
Hmm.
And if not, just friendswithbenedicts.com. Look them up, motherfucker. Google it. Anyway, great food there. They do themed brunches. So we had Simpsons brunch. We had all these different ones. This is before I fucked with Game of Thrones. They did Game of Thrones, and it was like packed. That was our most popular brunch, was the Game of Thrones, and we had all these different really good Benedicts and breakfasts and all that. So not only do they have this themed brunch with all like the names of like the Hodor special or whatever, you know what I mean? Hodor.
Oh, yeah, you should wear your shirt.
I know. So
Hold the door.
so they had all these specials, right? And the pop-up is in a bar that doesn't utilize their kitchen. So we're in there. There's TVs everywhere. So they put Game of Thrones on. And, I mean, there's old people eating breakfast and shit. I've never seen Game of Thrones. So I'm, like, waiting the tables. I mean, straight up fuck scenes. Like, straight up porno scenes in it. They're just going at it. So I'm like, oh, yeah, these are our specials. This is going on here. And I'm just in the background, this fucking guy jackhammering this hoe. This fucking wench is getting just... I'm like, oh, my God. Do you guys want a mimosa?
Well, it's SF. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
they don't give a fuck.
nothing shocking in SF nowadays.
I went to the Beta Breakers with my dad, the 100th one. We've never been.
Oh, yeah, they would run across the Children's Museum.
Naked?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
my.
it's right there on that street.
That's the only thing. It's
What was
like,
it,
can you
4th and
not be naked, please?
Folsom?
Like, there's kids,
Right?
man. Like, don't
I don't
make
remember
me
the
don't
street.
make me answer
Howard.
questions.
4th
You know?
and Howard. I don't remember.
There
the
were
streets.
dudes. It was 6 a.m. I mean, we got there early. My dad and I, we took Bart, and everybody's throwing tortillas and shit. That's like a thing they do.
Oh, yeah.
People are throwing tortillas
What
everywhere.
a waste.
I know. I don't fucking understand it, but whatever. It's tradition. I don't get it. And right when there's like 5 guys. I think they're gay dudes. Assuming, you know, and they all had cock rings, and they were rock hard. They were rock fucking hard at 6 a.m. in the city.
It's like, how do you do that? Oh, they
It's
had probably
freezing
to take-
I I'm gonna tell you right now. I wasn't rock hard.
They
okay?
had to take
I was fucking turtle
that
boy.
thing.
My shit was fucking in there. All right. I looked like a trans
They
man.
inject it with
I look
something.
like a trans woman. You know what I mean? Like, my shit looked like that because it was so fucking cold.
Mm.
But these dudes were naked and they were rock hard, and my dad was like, "Oh shit!" And then we keep walking, and then we see more naked dudes, and then we keep walking, and more and more and more, and finally, my dad was like, "He's not prejudiced on gays or anything. He's just uncomfortable with naked men. That's it." So another group of naked dudes walk by, and my dad goes, "Well, I'm getting tired of seeing that." It was funny. You know what? Laugh at my shit, goddammit. The fuck? You're making me look bad here.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. This episode of Storin's House is brought to you by Glowbox. Get your head out of the gutter. Folks love the movies. Bring the movies home with Glowbox, world-famous LED poster frames. If you're a podcaster and you want a custom sign, they'll make you a custom sign. If you're a movie person, you can interchange these. They snap right in and out. These are really easy to use. Made right here in the USA. Tell them Storin sent you for $20 off.